Good morning. What can I say? It feels amazing to have my shop back open. As you can see, the lights are on, the door's open. I've put the shutter down just a minute to film because I'm too busy and I want to make a film. It's nice to have people back coming over the door. It feels so good inside to be back working. Honestly, I can't explain to you just how wonderful it feels. Yesterday was my first day back open in what feels like forever. And it was a bit of a mixed day. Selling wise was very quiet, but I did manage to buy some beautiful things. Now, I bought a job lot of fishing gear, which I'm going to film separately to this. All fly fishing rods, reels, spinners, things like that. I bought a real nice job lot of fishing stuff that I'll film later on and show you what I've had there. But I've got a haul today, all things I bought yesterday. And to be honest with you, it came in for next to nothing. I'm really pleased, and to be honest with you, you're going to be surprised on just how nice some of this stuff is. I've got some really good gear, but I've got one or two unusual pieces as well. And I'm going to start with the strangest piece I've got. Okay, this has been made by, I have absolutely no idea. It could be a home project, it could be like an art school or something like that. But what we have here is the torso of a pregnant lady in clay. Now the belly opens up and comes off, and inside that belly, I will show you in a minute, sits a baby out of pottery as well. I can't see any markings on the back. It's quite crudely made, but it does show signs of age. Now when you take the front of the stomach off, you get this little baby curled up on the inside of the mummy's belly. Try and show you what it looks like. If I take the front off, they've even put the belly button on there. If I take the front off, so that is how the baby goes inside the mummy's belly. So when you take the front of the belly off, there's the baby just sat inside the mummy. Really unusual piece. I've never seen anything like it. And to be honest with you, more often than not, what I go for is weird and wonderful and unusual. That is such a strange little thing. I have absolutely no idea what to put on that price-wise yet. Or if I'm even going to sell it yet. I really do like it. It's just so different and unusual. And that's what appeals to me. So that was my first pickup. And I thought, well, that's weird. Let's have a look what else is here. Now, some of you were going to go, oh my god, and some of you were going to go, what the hell? We have a 1980s Matsui 2-band cassette player, or boombox. And this is 1980s. As you can see, it's boxed. But do you want to know what else it is? Have a look at this now for condition. It's never even had a plug put on it. It's brand new in the box. I wonder if it's got the date on it. I would think it'd have a date somewhere. No, I can't see a date on it. But I would think it's 1980s. And believe it or not, these, not boxed and not in this condition, are selling for like 30-40 quid. So I'm not 100% on what I'm going to get for it. It's probably going to be an auction job maybe. But I would think 40-50 pound comfortably, being brand new in the box, never connected. That was a little bit of luck, wasn't it? Bit of old vintage technology for you. I remember in the 80s walking around with one of these on my shoulder going, thinking I was it. Oh, memories. So yeah, now price wise, I can't give you individual because I bought everything as one job lot. And I'll tell you how much I paid for the entire job lot. It cost me £75. £85, my apologies. It cost me £85 for the entire job lot. But as you can see, there's some really nice, interesting pieces coming. This is gorgeous. Now, a lot of you are going to look at this and just think, oh, that's a bit of brass. This is a brass anvil. As you can see, it's a good size. It's probably 8 to 10 inches wide. Probably weighs a kilo, kilo and a half. It's got verdigris all over it. Now, this would be for a jeweler, a watchmaker, something along them lines. Solid brass, got some good age. And I rate that at about £125 on his own. Being that size. I've had 60s and 70s for small versions of these. And I'm not talking the little ornaments. I'm talking a watchmaker's brass anvil or jeweler's brass anvil. This weighs a good weight, well over a kilo. Got to be well over a kilo. Solid brass. See if I can get that patina for you to just see it. Look at the colour on that. That's a really nice brass anvil. You know, if you got a big steel anvil, you know, you can be talking £500,000. But these have got a following as well. And as I said, watchmakers, maybe a jeweller's at brass anvil, but that's going to go up on the website for about £125 on his own. So that was a good little find. I've got some jewellery in this haul to show you as well. This was another one, Sharpening Steel. These are well undervalued by a lot of people. They look at them and they don't rate them at all. This one is in really nice condition. Probably a bit of boxwood here. It's got brass strapping, and then you've got the iron for the handle and the sharpening steel. This one is a signed one. Don't know if you can see it there. And it is signed by F.T. Markham. So you're talking, there's a nice antique sharpening steel, and the condition on it is really good. You know, you can find these covered in rust and just really used. Now, a lot of the good chefs are buying these old sharpening steels and using them, or just hanging them up as decoration. Believe it or not, this is still worth £30 to £40 as a sharpening steel. Really nice thing. And again, that's good enough for the website again. I'm really pleased with that. And this is a big one. This is 18 inches, 2 foot. It's a good size sharpening steel. And in beautiful condition. It's just nice to have an unusual mix of items. Now this is a base for an Epern. Basically you would have had a glass trumpet coming out, and then it would come over the top. So it's only a part of an item. It's missing the glass stem and everything. You can buy those. But let me show you the quality of the base. Look at these birds or griffins, wherever they are. Now this is high-end Victoriana. If you had a nice cranberry stem on this, it'd be absolutely beautiful. Who's it by? Not 100% who was by. A silver plate. I'll have to look up them marks. But real top quality. Base like that, again, you're talking £30, £40, no problem at all. These birds and that, it's just real high end. It's good quality piece. And I may see if I can get a trumpet to go in this rather than selling it as a base. If I can buy a cranberry or Vaseline trumpet even to go in this, you could be talking £150 then with the trumpet, maybe more. That's a beautiful base. And what whole video would be complete without a little Welsh miner's lamp? This is a souvenirs one, Cymru plaque on the front. So, nice little Welsh miner's lamp. And they don't sell for fortunes, these little ones. They're about £15–20. So, yeah, it's just a souvenir one. About £15–20. Made in South Wales. So, probably 20 quid. But it's a nice little object again. And as you know, I love miner's lamps. But I love anything mining anyway. This one was just a little vintage door knocker, but I liked the way it was a, tangled rope around the anchor. Nice little nautical theme to it. Solid brass, got some age. Look at the colour on the brass. It's got some age to it. And I've actually sold multiple of these over the years, and I get £18–20 comfortably for these. No problem at all. So let's say it's another score there. This was nice. Real good quality, but it has had restoration in his life. So we got 19th century quart tankard, made of pewter. But it's a good looking one, and it's got a brass rim, which is really unusual. I don't think I've ever seen one with a brass rim before, so you're talking this is quality. It's hard restoration around the foot, look. You can see there. But there is something engraved around here. I'm going to have to get an eyeglass on here and look at that, tidy. But a really nice quart tankard. And I would certainly say mid-19th century. And that's probably £45, no problem at all, for a really good high-end tankard like that. Even with that repair around the base, that's a very old repair. And it's just a really good looking display piece. I do like that. I've never seen one with the brass. So beautiful again. I have got some jewellery, as I said, but I got one last thing to show you before I pull the jewellery out, and it's this. It is a bronze plaque. It's a little dirty, I haven't cleaned it, I want the original patina on there, and whoever buys it can decide to do what they want with it. And it reads, Mr. Norris's boarding day and evening school. So it's off an old boarding school. It's bronze. It's probably a Victorian one. You can see how dirty it is. Now this would polish highly if you wanted it to. It would really polish up beautiful. But we've got a bronze plaque for the boarding school. And I really like that. And believe it or not, that's probably about £60–70 on its own. I'll probably ask about £65 or £75 for this sign on its own. It's absolutely gorgeous. So as you can see, I've had some absolutely amazing things. Now we get to the jewellery. Now bear in mind, everything only cost me £85 combined. We'll start off with this. So we have got a gent's garnet ring of good proportions, in good condition. Look at the size of that garnet. Now, I can't remember what the weight was, but it worked out it was about £65 of scrap value in the gold, if you take into account the stone as well. If you deduct the stone weight, you're probably talking £55–60 of gold. However, a good gent's ring like this is going to be up more like £100 retail. There or thereabouts, maybe even just over. That's a nice, good ring, and it's a good size. If it fits my hand, then it's a good size. And it is obviously a fully hallmarked example. Hopefully you can see the hallmarks in there. So we have a really nice 9-carat garnet ring, but it's a gent's ring. You get ladies' rings all the time, but a gent's ring is harder to come by. My final piece for today's video. Look at that. Hopefully it's focusing in. It is an Art Nouveau. Try that again, is it? Now, I can't find a hallmark on there. But it is pure Art Nouveau. And it's white metal. I'm assuming it's going to be silver. And again, you're talking probably 30 or 40 pound for a nice white metal brooch like this. So, if I was to add it up, 125 on the anvil, 20 on the lamps, 145, 20 on the door knocker, 165, I'm going to say about 35 on that, so that's 200, 240, 270, 40 on the radio, 310, let's say 40 on that, 350, 65 on the boarding school, so 415 plus over £400 return plus the torso of the pregnant lady with the baby inside. That's a hell of a haul. And that's on day one of being back. Really, really pleased. Some beautiful things. And it's things you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. One of the things I try to do, I try and buy weird and wonderful and unusual. The reason behind that is, if you're just buying factory produced products, then they can go on eBay or they can go online and there's 100 people selling the same product. So the only one to buy, they'll buy off then is either the cheapest or the most available or the best service. Or combination of all. So they're going to want, let's say you bought yourself a Royal Dalton or Royal Worcester figurine, there may be 100 of them up for sale at any one time, so they got a choice. You try and find another of them boarding school plaques, you won't find one. The Apern base, you will find other Apern bases, but you won't find an identical one to that. The Art Nouveau brooch, you won't find another. The tankard, I don't think you'd find another brass top tankard like that in that condition. That's the type of stuff I go for. I can set my price on there, a price I'm happy with, I feel the item's worth, and I can sit there until someone goes, well okay, well I want that one and I can't find another, I'll have it. That's why I try and go weird and unusual and interesting. But some absolutely stunning things, and for £85, it was an absolute gift. Really was, and I'm looking forward to see what today brings. So, hopefully you've enjoyed. Do you have a favourite? If anybody's got any info on that pregnant lady's torso, I would be very interested to hear your opinions. It's probably an art school project or something along them lines, but you never know, it could be something. Other than that, I'm over the moon with the pieces. Let me know what is your favourite if you've got one, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and I hope you are all safe. Bye for now.